refers to Western egg white muffin melt prepared according to standard recipe.
Live across America, Mike Horn and Paul Stern and What's Cooking on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Hey, welcome to the weekend edition of the What's Cooking program. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern, and what a show we have for you today. Maureen Mayher is going to be here. She's from CBS's 48 Hours Mystery, something that takes place in California at a hospital. Some of the hospital workers having a little problem. One of their own is the title of this Saturday's installment of 48 Hours Mystery. We'll find out about that. Melanie Paloma and Jason Myers. They're from NBC's new game show, Minute to Win It, with Guy Fieri. They're contestants. Couples are going to be competing. We'll find out that story. Then the legendary Hank Aaron, the all-time home run leader of baseball. Going to be talking about baseball. Yes, we'll get some questions in. But, you know, after that great career of, 755 home runs, he had a knee problem. He'll tell us about it. A lot of you having knee problems. We'll find out what can be done about it. Karen Davidson, the daughter of the founder of Harley Davidson, Willie G. Davidson, will be with us on the show. It's Women's Bike Rider Month. That's going to be a big celebration, the second annual Women's Riders Month. And our buddy Steve Evans, Steve the movie guy, will be here. Great show. Settle back. We got some things to talk about. Welcome, Paul Stern.
Hey, good to be with you, Mike. An exciting edition, indeed, of What's Cooking Today.
We missed you yesterday. You were off on assignment. Anything new, anything exciting to talk about?
I was actually hanging around the garment district of Los Angeles.
Whoa, what's going on? New fashion line, something like that?
Not a new fashion line of my own, but I was at the offices of Roar USA, a clothing designer that is, I guess, considered to be somewhat upscale, kind of talking with my good friend Deepak Vasandani about various things. So I've had a little bit of an education about kind of where fashion is today.
And where is it today?
It's on about 5th and Main.
But, I mean, what's the trend?
Oh, the trends. That I did not have much of a discussion about.
Oh, but, thank you so much. I was at a restaurant called Hatfields, which was a kind of a very small upscale restaurant. You probably have them in your areas around the country, and it moved. It was in Southern California. It was in the Beverly Hills area. It moved over to like West Hollywood, to the Hollywood area. On Citrus, you've heard of that street, famous Melrose Place. You've heard of that, Melrose and Citrus. And the trend of that restaurant is kind of an open restaurant, tables fairly close to each other in the center of the restaurant, but then, kind of like New York style where you have, two top, that sort of thing, and you can push them together and make them 4 tops if you want, and then booths around the side. But what I discovered at this place, Hatfields, is what an incredible staff. They've done a lot. There's an open kitchen. You can look and see the food. Obviously, the restaurant very comfortable and open. Obviously, some great food. But then you get into the staffing, and like you sit down and you talk to a bartender, and he immediately introduces you to a new vodka because you're asking questions about, do you have Chopin, do you have Blue Ice vodka, and he goes, no, but we've got, and I forget, it's from Austria, and it's a new potato-based vodka. The guy actually knew what I was asking for. When I asked him for these 2 vodkas, he says, I know what you want. You want a potato-based vodka instead of grain. And he brings that out, brings water to accompany the cocktail, attention to detail, lets you taste the wine, a little sip in the glass before you decide if you want the wine by the glass. Little things like that make for a great place. So if you're in and around Southern California, check out Hatfields. Very good place. I like it. Well, they'll be on the show next week, hopefully.
Oh.
Yeah, going to be a good show. So
not the Hatfields at the McCoys.
I did not ask that question, but next week we'll get to that because I was wondering if there's a competing restaurant called the McCoys. And that would be great. If I owned the Hatfields restaurant, I would get another restaurant called the McCoys.
Doesn't sound like there's a tie-in, but we'll find out.
We will find out. You got your Harley Davidson ready? We're going to be talking about Bike Riders Month, Women's Riders Month here on the show, too. And coming back, we'll get a little update on the 48 Hours Mystery for this weekend. Stay with us. It's What's Cooking Today, our weekend edition. We're glad you're here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
This is a